Yo, what's up? It's 3 o'clock West Coast time. Impromptu episode. This was not planned, but something I want to kind of discuss with everybody, right? So if you see the title, it's higher rank versus lower rank, or pro versus Joe, open versus amateur, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be the topic today. And I've talked about this before in podcasts in the past, but I want to bring some things to light because in the last couple of weeks, some things have took place where I've gotten a lot of questions, and so I feel I have to go say this. So if you're in the chat, please give us a like. Let me know you in. I see one person in there, so I know the Keystone Championships are going on right now in Pennsylvania, so it's all good. Now let's talk about this for a second. I'm gonna use a few guys as an example to get my point across. Right. So I just had a match last weekend versus one big bad Robbie Topi, right? And prior to that, people were asking me, "Hey man, you know, we thought you bit off more you can chew. Totally get where you're coming from. I get all that, right? And I want to challenge myself. We all want to challenge ourselves. That's what we're doing now in this sport. Well, we are all challenging ourselves, right? So, and the thing is though, is that this is how I look at it because Robbie could have said no, right? He could have gracefully declined and said, "Hey, you know what? I respect you, respect your family, I respect what you do, for your foundation, but I just don't think you're on my level." He could have easily said that, and I would have been okay with that, right? But he's like, I give it. Go ahead. Let's just see where it goes. Do I actually think I had a chance to beat them? I thought I can probably sneak at least one win in. Um, I was close enough on match three, I believe, but I let it slip away. So too strong for me in the strap. That's just how it goes. Now, what you need to understand is that for that match to take place, the guy who was better than me, the guy who was higher ranked than me, even though we're in two different weight classes, the guy who was ranked higher than me has to say yes for that match to happen. Okay. So if you want to take that theory, you know, and now you put Topi on the other side of the fence. So earlier this year in the spring, Robbie pulled Michael Todd at the Monster Factory event. Now, Michael Todd, top of the heap, right? I mean, we all know worldwide he's up there, one of the elites. And Robbie wanted to test himself. In theory, Michael could have said no. Hey man, you're almost there, but I don't think you're quite there yet. I'm chasing other guys, right? He could have told Robbie that. Michael said, "Yeah, I'll take a challenge." And I think sometimes people get caught up. Not all, but I think some people tend to get caught up where you kind of go, "Okay, you know what? With social media being what it is right now, I think a lot of people get caught up to where I don't want to lose because then the whole world will see that and all that. I don't care about that on a personal level, right? Because if you're worried about taking a loss, then this ain't the sport for you. Some way, somehow, you're going to take a loss. In other words, some way, somehow, this hand will get pinned that way, or this hand will get pinned that way. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody, right? So now, fast forward. So now, Michael Todd saying, "Hey, Topi, you can, I'll pull you. Okay, thanks a lot." Then we go, "Hey, now this is Topi. Hey, Jody, I'll give you a challenge. Okay, I just want to test myself." Now, guess what? Now I'm on top, and I'll get to that in a second. Scotty Evans, how you doing, sir? How you doing? So now, prior to my event last weekend, there was a guy named David Till out of Idaho. So apparently, I'm gonna be pulling a bunch of Idaho people this year. So, because I pulled Robbie last Saturday, I pulled his teammate John Laverne last Saturday. Now this guy I'm gonna pull, David Till, it's gonna be slated for August 20th up in Idaho. So here's the thing, you know, I've seen him before once, but this was at the Washington State Championships of 2021. So I saw him last year, last December. Okay, and and the thing is though is that the guy that trains him, I'm good friends with, Doug Goodman. Okay, so Doug brought it to his attention. Hey, you should probably have a super match. You know, hey, go get a hold of Jody Williams, that kind of stuff. There's my boys, Tactical Arms. That's right, Tactical. And one of these days, I'm gonna have to go out there to Utah because I know y'all got some badass pulls out there. I want to seek my teeth in some of y'all. So, but So get back to my story. So he got a hold of me and he just like, hey, I watch your YouTube stuff, I've seen you around and stuff, would you be willing to have a super match with me? And I'm not going, and my brain is just focused on the actual tournament that I got to put on, right? So I'm just kind of going, let me get through my event. I'll get a hold of you the following Monday, and then we can go ahead and see what's going on. So that comes and goes. I get a hold of him Monday. Hey, man, what's going on? What's the deal? So he told me, hey, I'm trying to put an event together, up in the Coeur d'Alene area, Sandpoint, northern Idaho, toward Canada. And, I want to get some people there to draw, pullers to their event, because up in northern Idaho, it's a little different as opposed to Boise, Idaho, which is further down south, which is the midpoint of the state. Because Idaho's like this, or Oregon, where I live, is like this. Idaho's like that. So just to give you an idea. So anyway, I'm like going, sure, I guess. And so I'm up here trying to get some, how much do you weigh? He said 245. Okay, I'm sitting up here about, between 230 and 235. And, not that makes a big difference, but he sent me a picture, and that's when I see what the guy looks like. Yeah, dude's pretty thick, big shoulders, big barrel chest, So I'm thinking, all right, didn't he friended me on Facebook, and I, friended him back, accepted, and all that kind of stuff. Did the Instagram following. And so I'm looking up some stuff he had, and I'm like going, the amount of weight that guy can move is just awesome. Like, are you crazy? Ridiculous strength, right? So now I'm thinking, okay, last time I saw you, you were in the amateur class in December. I don't know what you've done between now and then. I really don't. But I know for a fact, is he a household name? No. So here's what I'm getting at. So bear with me, Scott. Is in comparison to this guy, I'm up here, David's right here, right? David's like, Jody, I want to challenge. Okay, fine, we can do that, right? That's what this whole topic is about. Now I do that. I accept the challenge because I like to compete. Once again, if I lose, is it going to look bad for me? That depends on who you talk to, right? Now, what you got to understand is that, I'm doing him as a favor too, because he goes, hopefully, you and I can have this super match. Hopefully you can bring a few more Oregon guys he reached out to, which he did. So now it's the three of us, Oregon guys, and we all live in different parts of the state, by the way. So we're pulling David Till. One of the guys is pulling his brother. The other guy's pulling his teammate. So on top of that will be the tournament. So he's hoping that we get a lot of people coming to his event. Totally get that. I get where you're coming from with that, So, and I'm sure David Till watched my YouTube, so he'll see this at some point. So the thing is, though, is that I want to express to everybody out there, and we'll use John Brzenk, for example. When he pulled Chance Shaw, Chance wanted to test himself, see where he's at, John could have said no. But, I'm sure there was probably some financial gain for him showing up to pull Chance and all that kind of good stuff. So I totally get that, All it takes is the guy who's up above or the higher ranked guy to say yes to the guy who's at the lower end of the totem pole or whatnot. And that's how you get matches, unless you are evenly matched across, or there might be some money involved. Now then, there's no money involved with this match. It's just me going up there. He wanted to pull me left hand, which is good. Perfect. That's my best hand. That's cool. And we're gonna have this match August 20th. It gives me 2 months to get ready. I'm excited. Because again, for him to reach out to me, it means a lot to me, because he reached out to me, right? I had no inkling even going to Idaho, and he reached out to me saying, hey, you know what? I want to challenge you. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, we can do that. Now, would it seem weird if somebody like RVJ says, hey, I want to challenge you, or Tom Nelson? That'd be weird, right? But for me, it's just challenges. If everything lines up, if all the planets align, then yeah, let's run this thing, But if not, then, it is what it is. But we're able to make it happen. So I'm going to go ahead and train for that. So David Till is his name. Look him up on Instagram. Look him up on Facebook. And some of the stuff he does is just like, it's amazing, Scott Evans says, congratulations on this coming Supermatch Thunder. Yes. Again, I can look at video on him because he was at the 2021 Washington State Championships last year. But again, I wasn't really focused on him because he had pulled the amateur division. So I'm worried about the open guys and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't really pay attention However, my boy Nano Cruz, Puller Magazine, subscribe by the way. He actually filmed that event too, so I can go back and look to see what he does and how, what's his theory and stuff like that. So David and myself have been going back and forth. We've been texting each other, voicemailing each other, this, that, and the other. He's excited to get this match going. His training buddy Doug Goodman, like I said, we're good friends. He's excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I've pulled in Idaho twice. Once in 2013, and yes, Scott Evans, I lost to Justin Green 3-0 in a super match back in 2013. So ask him about that. He'll tell you, ask him and Trinity about that story about our match, and they'll tell you a story about that. But that was my first ever important super match. So, and then of course I went to the TAL2 down in Meridian, Idaho, and that was good. I was put on by Jeff Frank, and that was a who's who that came to that tournament. But other than that, I'm excited to pull it. I want people to know out there that, if you work, because I have people like get a hold of me, message me going, dude, why are you taking this match? This guy's an amateur. You don't need to, he might be using you for clout. Like for me, win, lose, or draw, I posted some stuff up there of me losing. It's not a big deal. What happens or what counts is what you do after that. Do you lose so badly that you go, okay, screw it, I'm going to just hide for a while? Because there are some people out there who lose, right? And then they go hiding and then they resurface 2 or 3 months later. That's not me, If I get my butt kicked, then shame on me. I'll still be doing my podcast show with this. I'll still be doing the Can-Am Connection with Ryan SB every Monday morning. So that's how that goes, Yeah, that's the Green Machine. I'm telling you, it's a funny story. That match between him and I bonded us together. So that's a good story. Ask Trinity what she tried to do to me. Other than that, guys, I just want to let you guys know. So anyway, for all you Thunder fans out there, August 20th, Idaho, Northern Idaho. It's going to be happening. There'll be flyers coming out soon. As soon as I get my hand on them, I'll go ahead and throw them out there on social media. But I'm excited. David Till, look him up. Instagram, look him up on Facebook. He moves a lot of weight. Deadlift, bench press, the whole thing. So he has a real strong background, and if we're doing weights, he'd kick my ass, right? But this is arm wrestling, okay? So a little bit different, Yes, Scott, every time you lose, you were closer to a win than vice versa. Yeah, I tell you right now, when I pull Robbie Tope, I know exactly what I did. He's a lot stronger than me. That's just it's a math problem. But now it taught me that if there's some holes in that game, I got to tighten up on that. I got to dot my I's, cross my T's, and get ready to roll. Because come August 20th, amateur or no amateur, I'm coming with the Thunder, and I'm coming to it. So if David Till, if you happen to stumble upon this video, rest assured, my man, I know you're training hard. I cannot take you lightly at all. I cannot, and I will not. So it's going to be a kick-ass tournament. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be awesome. But I'm going to hop off this because I'm going to have an early Father's Day dinner tonight because I have to work tomorrow. So all you fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Yes, yes. And enjoy the rest of the Keystone Championships. I think they're still live up in Pennsylvania. All right. Until then, you guys, actually, you know what? I'll talk to some of y'all tomorrow. Go on to Ryan SB's page, Can-Am Connection. We'll be having our thoughts and our predictions for King of the Table 4, which is next week. Okay. So you guys take care. And as always, see ya when I see ya. Y'all enjoy yourselves.